Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Bunny Cat's Oracle. Great to have you here. Great to have you back. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me again. It's wonderful to have you here. I am Marianne, and I will be doing your December 2020 General Tarot reading. And I do apologize for being a few days late this month. It's just been a really busy couple of weeks. So let's get started. As usual, I do like to start your reading with a prayer. This is a non-denominational prayer, so it does not matter to me whom or what you believe in, or even if you're an atheist. I just say this prayer to set the intention and help me to connect with you, and to hopefully send a little blessing your way. So for everyone who clicked on this video today, I pray that you are safe, that you are healthy, that you and your loved ones are protected from harm, that you are blessed, and that you are being gentle with yourselves and with everyone you meet. And I pray that you are making all your best wishes come true. I ask the universe for clear and concise messages for my Gemini collective. Let's get started. Sorry, just have a little sip of coffee first. If you like Vincent van Gogh, this is a Starry Night cup from the Vincent van Gogh exhibit. My boyfriend got me. I like it a lot. Anyway, let's see what's going on for Gemini. I'm using the Thoth Tarot for your reading today. This is actually the first tarot deck I ever learned to read on. I was 13 years old when it was gifted to me, but this is a replacement deck. It's not the one I read for years and years. Very intense deck, but I really like it. The paintings are by Lady Frida Harris, and really beautiful pictures. Gemini, please. What is going on for Gemini? December 2020, please. We'll just get a few more shuffles. Of course, as usual, if you want to skip the shuffling and get straight into the reading, I will have the timestamp for that down below. And otherwise, you're welcome to hang out. Gemini, please. December 2020. Let's do one more. Does Gemini need to hear at this time? Gemini, please. I saw the Knight of Wands trying to come out. Okay. All right, we'll get started with our rainbow spread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. All right. So in your present energy, Gemini, we have the Princess of Wands. Beautiful. We have the Queen of Discs. Lots of people here. Oh, we have the 9 of Discs, the card of gain and luxury, financial independence. I like this a lot. And at the top, we've got the Prince of Swords. So I feel a very enthusiastic but very focused energy. It seems to be about your money. Some of you have recently come into some money or are working on some sort of project that is to make you rich, or to make you financially independent. I like this card a lot, the 9 of Discs, 9 of Pentacles, as it is otherwise known, because unlike the 10 of Pentacles, which is about family money, this is like independent wealth, right? It's like you don't need to suck up to anybody to get this money. It's yours. You made it yourself, you know. So you are building something. You're being very, very logical. This actually is your card here right at the top. So you're definitely in your element with the Prince of Swords, otherwise known as the King of Swords. So representing you, Gemini. Very, very clear thinking. Definitely using your head this month. Very focused on making money, not just for yourself, but for people around you. Okay. I will see what else we have in the cards. But off the top of my head, Queen of Discs, I think that you are taking on the energy of like a provider. Like there may be a lot of people or even pets, you know, if they're not people, that you are providing for, that you're very concerned about your family and making sure that everyone is okay, right? It's not just you, even though this is a very independent card. For others, you know, you may be dealing with somebody like this, possibly a female who would often be an earth sign, but not necessarily, but somebody who is very entrepreneurial, very business-like, like very, very focused on their money, very good with money, right? So it could be a rich lady in your life or somebody on the path to wealth, and someone who's a very good provider, very generous and fiercely loyal to their family. We also have the Princess of Wands here, which is a very enthusiastic card, and this is really like such a beautiful painting. So you could be getting some good news. You could also just be feeling very enthusiastic. That's sort of what popped into my head when I first laid the card. Very enthusiastic about some sort of money-making opportunity. So I like that a lot. But we'll see what else is around, and we'll get a little further into the interpretations. We have the Magician. This is also your card, Gemini, with the Magician. It's actually called the Magus in this deck. The card of Judgment, the Aeon, as it is called in the Thoth deck, number 20. We have the Universe. My goodness, Gemini, you have gone through some major change, because look at all this major arcana. And isn't that funny that I just pulled the card of change? This card is literally called Change. Oh my God. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I felt that sneeze coming like a mile away. I'm so sorry. That's where I don't have COVID, but I do have cats, and I definitely need to like do some vacuuming because there's cat hair everywhere. But I'm going to get these readings done first before I do my cleaning. But yeah, so there's some big change that I think has happened recently. So you should know about this if this applies to you. This is really interesting because and actually I saw something similar when I did my own reading this morning, like the Fool and the Universe back to back, and you have the Magician and the Universe back to back. So it's about starting something and finishing something. It's like going from that beginner energy to that completion energy. I hope you can see this. I've got some weird shadows happening here. I apologize, but the sun has just come out and it's making some kind of strange shadows. I hope you guys can see okay. So, and this is like, these are two of my favorite cards, actually. So the card of making something, a communication, manifestation, creating something new. And then this is like a card of winning. It's a universe. This is the last card in the major arcana. Okay, 21. So this is having gotten through all of the tests of the major arcana. So I feel like you've made some sort of like massive, massive change in your life. You've, progressed through leaps and bounds. And in between these two cards, we have the Aeon, right? Which was otherwise known as the Judgment card. It's about a calling. Maybe you spent some time recently kind of reviewing your life. You may have like looked inside yourself and kind of seen some things maybe you didn't like. And maybe you decided, you know what, I'm going to change that. I don't like that part about myself. I don't like how I handled that thing. I'm not going to do that again. You know, it's really about taking all the lessons from your life and integrating them. So it could also be, it's like literally a calling. There's something you've been called to do, but you've progressed in leaps and bounds, and you seem to be in a really good position in the present financially. So I have no idea what you guys have been up to, Gemini. I'd love to hear about it, but let's see what else is going on. Okay, the near future, we've got the Five of Discs. There's a feeling of worry. We've got the Lovers. Okay, also a Gemini card, actually. And we've got the card of Art, otherwise known as Temperance. Lots of major arcana. Again, like some heavy duty. It feels like cosmic forces at play in your life. And the Princess of Discs at the top. So now we have two princesses. I feel like this is two different things here. On the one sense, okay, so you may get some news about money. Princess of Disc is upright, so I don't really see it as being bad news, but I do feel like you are worrying about it. Now, I don't think you do need to worry. Usually with the Five of Discs, the message is it's about feeling like you're on your own, like you may be in a phase where you've just started something and it's all going great, but it's kind of like it's all on you, or it feels like it's all on you. It may be like something like a solitary pursuit, right? Like maybe you just started a business as something new, but it's like you're kind of doing everything. You may not feel like you have a lot of support around you, but this card actually says that there is some support available to you. You may have one or two people in your corner who will be there for you no matter what, or there may be support available to you in your community that you're just not seeing, you're not really aware of. So do keep your eyes open for other resources that may be available to you, or people that you can call on for help, for advice. or for assistance if you need it. Okay. If you feel like you're all on your own and you're out in the cold, don't let that feeling overtake you. You may just need to do some simple Google searches and find out, like, do you need to do a course for running a small business? Do you need to learn more about accounting or about doing your taxes or, about billing? Like, there may just be something that you need help with. And it may be something really simple, and there may just be some free course available online through your local school board, for example, or even just something on YouTube that could be incredibly helpful. Okay. So if you do feel this way, just do some research. Okay. Because no one is ever as alone as they feel. And I do not see any reason to worry here in your spread. So I think it's more mental than anything. We have the Lovers and we have the Temperance card here. So you may be meeting somebody new in the near future. That's very exciting. Could be coming into contact with a soulmate. Could be somebody from the past, right? Because we already have the Judgment card here that can also talk about people from the past. And this card is known as art. So that may apply to you. Some of you may be actually doing something very artistic, but it's also known as Temperance in other decks in the Rider-Waite system. And there is a feeling of healing. So there may be somebody coming back that either you need to apologize to or vice versa. There may be like a heart-to-heart conversation that needs to happen there. This could also literally be art. Some of you could be doing something very artistic. You could also be like, some of you could be writing a book, bringing your past into play and somehow building your future from it. This is cool, but again, we'll see what other cards show up next door and in between to find out what else is going on. Let's look at what's motivating you this month. I've got the Hangman here. I've got the Queen of Cups. And I've got Victory at the top. Cool. Okay, so you're in it to win it this month, Gemini. The Victory card here. I'm going to bring this close because I like it a lot. Definitely feeling about winning it. You have been feeling like lately, like you're not winning, like you've been feeling like the opposite of that, right? You're definitely ready for a change. The Hanged Man is about feeling like kind of stuck in limbo, feeling like you're all on your own, like you're like the sacrificial lamb in some ways. Some of you may feel like you were literally like the black sheep of the family, or, with regards to your work, you may have been thrown under the bus or something like that, right? Some sort of sacrifice. You may have spent a lot of time alone. And you know what? I've been seeing this card a lot too. There's a couple cards that have been showing up just in all of the readings that I think just have to do more with like the year that we're in than anything personal, like just kind of living through a pandemic and all the problems that has brought. A lot of us have been feeling really isolated, have been feeling very stuck, feeling like we have to be incredibly patient, like we can't live our lives the way that we wanted to. We couldn't move forward on projects we wanted to. So I feel like you have been feeling that way and you're just so ready for a change. And it's almost over, guys. And girls and everyone in between. It is almost over. So hang in there. I also feel like two things with the Queen of Cups. It could be that you are kind of in your emotions. Something emotional is motivating you, something very creative too, like really wanting to apply your creativity to your next work. You might have started that already. For others, you actually may have a water sign on your mind. There could be a female here. It doesn't have to be female, but it could be, somebody who has these qualities of beauty and grace and femininity, a very imaginative, very creative, very serene, not necessarily the most practical person. Okay, so this could be somebody on your mind that you want to impress if it isn't your own energy. All right, let's look at what is hidden to you. This can be something a little further out into your future, or people, places, things around you you're just not quite aware of. We have the Ace of Cups, absolutely beautiful. We have the Six of Swords, which is also really cool. We have the Princess of Swords. And we have the card of Luxury at the top, which is the Four of Cards. Okay, there's something available to you here that you're not seeing. I think love, because and when I laid this down, I heard news. You may get some news about love. You may get some news about an opportunity to travel. Six of Swords can be about travel by water or to a place that's near water. Otherwise, it's about putting past transgressions behind you, being able to leave a phase where you felt like you've made a lot of mistakes. or it maybe felt just like not the right environment. Even if it wasn't you, it could be them too. It could be that the people around you just weren't your people, therefore not supportive, and just it's the idea of like choppy waters, right? It's just not being in the right place at the right time. And this is moving away from that, moving to calmer waters. And here on top, we see the beautiful healing waters of the Ace of Cups, which is such a beautiful energy for any aspect of your life. It often does represent a new love, but it's about happiness, joy, maybe doing an activity that makes you very, very happy. That's from your heart. So something, maybe something you did when you were a kid, right? Or like a new hobby, or there's some artistic talent that can be as well. It feels like you have an opportunity that's being offered to you here, something that would make you very happy, or someone, and you're going to need to keep your eyes open though, because in the Four of Cups, there's a sense of boredom. There's a sense of not quite seeing the gifts the universe is offering you. It's like maybe you have everything you need, but you're bored of it, or you may even be feeling a little depressed or a little dejected. It is a very positive card, believe it or not, because it does say that you actually do have everything you need, right? So there's no need to like worry when this card shows up, but there is a need to kind of check yourself a little bit, maybe show some gratitude. Also keep your eyes open, because and now this image is really different, but in the Rider-Waite, we would see somebody sitting under a tree with their arms crossed, and there's like a hand coming out of the sky offering a cup, which is the idea of like there's this gift being offered to you from the universe, and here is that Ace of Cups here. But when you have your eyes downcast and your arms crossed, you don't see it. So you may need to just kind of try and get out of your own energy a little bit this month. Maybe put yourself out there a little bit, open your eyes, try and kind of live in the present and look at what you actually have and what is being offered to you, because there could be something really, really great here that can make you really happy. And when I laid this, I heard news. There's going to be some good news coming in. But this can also be somebody that you're dealing with. It could be a youth, a young person, and this is Princess of Swords, so we would assume it's a princess, but not necessarily. I would just say somebody, young, graceful, but somebody very, very smart. That would actually suit you really well, because Geminis are, tend to be very smart, very intelligent people. Someone who, comes across as somebody very gentle, very youthful, very naive, but they do have this big sword, right? So it's like they're smarter than you would think. They will stand up for themselves if they need to. They could be very cunning. They could even be a little bit manipulative, but not necessarily. I've got no reason to think that. But this would be equivalent to the Page of Swords in the Rider-Waite Tarot. So this could even be somebody who is a spy, but I'm not getting a negative feel off this vibe. I'm feeling like it could just be somebody that you would find very interesting. You could have very interesting conversations with them. They probably like to read a lot. They probably know a lot of things. So somebody very interesting. You could even be traveling to see this person. You might have an opportunity to connect with them, but it's somebody that it's like blink and you'll miss it. If you don't open your eyes and you don't kind of get out of your own energy a little bit, you're not going to be aware of this person. Let's get some advice cards, and then I'm going to get my clarifiers, and we're going to go a little deeper with the spread. I've got the Chariot card here. I like it. This is really in line with like what I saw about here. This is like moving forward big time with your career. This is also the card of Cancer. If some of you could be dealing with a Cancer, not necessarily, but it's saying focus on your career. You are making moves at this time, Gemini. I don't know what you're working on, but it's like believe in yourself, because I think you will be victorious. So you just need to stay focused and don't let your emotions get the best of you. Definitely about your works. We do have the Three of Discs, the card of works here. And we also have another three here. And this one is the Three of Cups, the card of abundance. So you may actually be meeting people through your work. Now we have two threes. Actually, this is a 3 as well, and this is a 3 as well. The 12 adds up to the 3, 2 plus 1. 21 also adds up to the 3. So a lot of 3 energy here, which is really about movement. It's like a very dynamic number, creativity, making moves, making things happen. It's really starting to get the ball rolling. So it feels like it may be a business or something that you've started already, and you need to just kind of keep moving with that. Let that ball kind of pick up momentum and spin. I think you're going to be meeting somebody through your work that you would have a very, very lovely time. This card, it's called Abundance here. Which is like a shout out to the Empress in the Major Arcana, which is also number 3, right? A card of abundance. But this is also a card of like reunion, connection. It's a party card too. So, you may think, hey, I have to be all work and no play right now, but you are going to be able to play, I think, through your work. I think your work is going to bring in people that are going to be a really good match for you, especially if your work, what you're focusing on right now, is something that is really in line with your heart. It feels like something meaningful. It feels like you're pursuing what you actually want to do, what maybe you should have done all along, but you didn't get a chance to, or whatever. When you do things that are coming from the heart and that are meaningful, and you're putting kind of like your truest self out there, the people that you attract into your life are going to be a reflection of that. So you may be bringing in your tribe this month. You may be meeting soulmates. You may be making really good friends or lovers, or people who are, they just feel like a really good fit for you. So I'm liking this energy a lot. I'm going to get some clarifiers here. So these are just regular plain cards, my unicorn cards, and I'm just going to shuffle them, and I'm going to see what comes out and where it falls, and we're just going to have some fun. So what do we have for Gemini, please, for December 2020? My wonderful unicorns. Oh, I saw Queen of Hearts trying to come out, but she didn't totally come out. So what's going on? Oops. Okay, that was a lot. I'm going to take these two and just maybe these two. Actually, this one seems to want to pop out too, so I'll take that. Okay, so in between the 9 of Discs and the card of Temperance, or art, in this deck, we've got the 8 of Diamonds, we've got the 5 of Clubs. So there may be a need for patience. You may need to be patient with yourself, with what you're working on. 8 of Diamonds is about your skills. It's about a trade. It can be a talent, again, an artistic talent. Some of you have a writing talent. Some of you may be really great at drawing. Some of you may be in architecture. I don't know what it is, but it's something you have been working really hard on. And the message is to keep working hard. It's like reward is just around the corner, but you are going to need to be patient about it, right? With Temperance here. And it may be something you did in the past as well, like maybe something that you did when you were a little kid and you've just recently gotten back in touch with that and started doing it again, right? Maybe you had a bunch of time on your hands in the lockdown and you started up some creative project that was actually like a dream you had when you were younger, right? 5 of Clubs here says, you are going into a competitive industry. But you are going to be seen as very talented, very artistic. So don't let a little bit of competition scare you, because it's only a 5. It's really not a big deal. It's not like a major arcana card or anything like that. Competition, if anything, can make you stronger. It can, when you look at what other people in your field are doing, that can kind of just cause you to level up. You may get the sense, okay, I got to work harder. I'm going to be even more unique. I got to put my own spin on things, but it will make you better if you let it. It will cause you to doubt yourself if you let it. So it depends on how you use that energy. I would avoid spending too much time with your competitors, and you will also need to kind of block out any opinions that are being thrown at you, right? So just use this energy to make yourself stronger. In between Temperance and the Princess of Swords, now we've got a Queen and we got a Jack of Clubs. We also have a 3 of Hearts. So this actually feels like a bit of a party here. We've got 3 people now, and we've got the 3 of Hearts, which again, this is like the party card, right? Like our 3 of Cups up here. So I can't help but think some of you may be teaming up with 2 other people, like, because I had a lot of 3s here. There could be a group of 3 or more. There could be 3 people on your mind. There could be some people that you meet who are coming to help you, or at least, or like teaming up in a friend way. You could be just having a little party with them, connecting with them. Maybe you're only connecting over Zoom. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you to break the lockdown. That's not going to come from me, but this is definitely a party card. So the Jack of, I feel like you got this. Yes, you did. Because in this deck, it is known as the Princess of Wands. Okay. And this is a card of enthusiasm. It can be a card of good news, but as a person, it would be a young, very enthusiastic person. Generally, somebody that also is quite talented. Like a Jack of Wands is somebody who is able to really make some moves in a situation that might not seem so abundant or helpful. Somebody who sets out like with not necessarily a lot of money, not necessarily a lot of support. It's like, but they've got a feather in their cap and they're just willing to, put themselves in the ring and just rely like on the strength of their own wit and their own talent. So it's somebody who is tenacious and really witty, very charming, and would be a good friend, very helpful, and somebody who can attract a lot of attention too. So it's like that they don't have a lot to offer, like money wise, to a project, but they'll definitely dive right in and work hard. And if they're enthusiastic about it, like it can go very far. Okay, Queen of Clubs, which would be the Queen of Wands here, is generally a very ambitious, very attractive woman, somebody who has very good psychological knowledge as well, understands human nature. She is the soul of the Queen Mother. She's known as the soul card, so very soulful person. So these people may be coming to help you or coming to reunite with you, and I think you would be very happy. You could have some very good conversations with them. Keep an eye out for that. That's all I'm going to say about that, because it might not apply to everybody, but let's see what else we have going on here. For my Geminis, please. This one seems to want to come out. Ooh, Ace of Diamonds. I like this. Okay, so it's like a lucky penny. It can be literally a diamond. Some of you may be wanting to get married this month, maybe thinking about a ring. That's not going to apply to everyone, but it fell between Judgment and our Queen of Discs. So it may be that this Queen of Discs, this kind of wealthy woman or this business type of woman or somebody with, that vibe, maybe somebody from the past, and not necessarily a female. A man could be a queen too, or somebody could have this kind of nurturing, caring energy about them, even if they aren't female. So please don't get caught up in like the pronouns here. This could also be, if not, about a romance, it can actually be a work opportunity. It could be that, again, actually, I think I said earlier, something from the past that you wanted to bring to life and you're actually making it into a business, right? Maybe before it was just a hobby or just like a passing dream, but now you're making it real. So this is really lucky to have. It could be that somebody is offering you a job, this person here, and maybe somebody you knew from somewhere else, and they're offering you something. So I like that. So it's very positive either way, however that applies to your life. But this is like an acorn, right? It's like a seed that you plant and it grows into a mighty oak, right? So there's a lot of beginner energy here. There's also 2 aces now because you also have the Ace of Cups. So that's very positive. It says, yes, whatever it is that you're working on, like you are on the right path. So it feels really good. I like that a lot. Hey, look, we also have 2 6s. Hey, I just noticed that as well with the Lovers. Oh no, we have 3 6s. So some of you could be dealing with a soulmate, and it could be like a soulmate type of friend too. It doesn't have to be romantic, but you are connecting with somebody that feels like part of your soul tribe. So I like that a lot. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, actually, I lied. I said you had 2 aces, but technically you have 3 aces because you also have the Magician, which is the ace of all aces. So really cool. Very lucky. You're off to a good start. Whatever it is that you're working on, Gemini, it's like you're definitely on the right path. You're off to a good start here, and it feels really lucky. And then we have a 2 of Hearts. Ooh, okay. So somebody in this picture is a lover. There's so many people here, so I can't tell you who it is, but somebody here has a lot of love for you, and it seems like you may be traveling to see them. You may be moving away from one situation so that you could be with them. Why do I say that too? It's in between our 6 of Swords and our Chariot card. And hey, you could even be connecting with a Cancer, not necessarily, but you do need to, there's something or some place or some situation you need to leave behind in order to connect with your love. But this, again, if it's not a romantic relationship, it could just be about friendship. It could be about this Queen of Wands person. or this Princess of Swords person that you're connecting with. It could be an air sign, could be a fire sign, could also be a water sign. I mean, it could be anybody. I'm just getting so general here, but there's definitely somebody who loves you here, who wants to connect with you and maybe work with you, right? Could be working with somebody you just have a lot of love for. It's a really wonderful, wonderful feeling. I don't know how else to say it, but it's very, very positive. Two of Hearts is the card of love. I probably should do a love reading for you guys later this month. And I think, when things kind of slow down for me closer to the holidays, I will do some more readings because I have like nowhere to be for Christmas. So maybe I'll try a love reading for once. King of Clubs came out here too. And now it's actually on top of my Universe card, in between the 9 of Discs and the Universe, also known as the World card. I feel like, and because it's underneath the Judgment card as well, or the Aeon, this could also be somebody you're connecting with from the past. So, and we had some other wand characters here. So you may be dealing with some fire signs. This is somebody who makes a great leader. They're very, very charismatic, very, witty, very attractive. Somebody pretty open-minded too. They kind of think outside of the box. They're open to people from, all walks of life, right? And somebody seems to be coming back for another turn around the wheel, right? So I think this person. They seem to be coming back into your life. And I see this person as more somebody you would be working with as opposed to like a romantic interest. It seems like they are noticing you. They're wanting to help you. This could be a boss type figure, somebody that has really good advice for you. So I like that a lot. Anything else? Let's see. Maybe move the cards this way. Oop. Okay. Well, this guy wanted to go over here. Okay. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay. So we have the unicorn card again. Now this is like just the, double-sided card that comes with the playing deck that I purposely left in the deck because I like having like a wild card in my playing card deck. So this can be anything at all. And I think of this card almost like it's a cross between like the Magician and the Star. There are 8 stars above the unicorn like we see on the Star card, and it is a unicorn, so it's something mystical, magical, something you obviously wouldn't see every day. And where did it land? It landed on top of the 6 of Wands, which is your victory card. Okay, so that tells me you would be very shocked by your own victory. There's something you're going to be very successful with, and I think it is going to catch you off guard. I think you may be very nervous about how people are going to receive what it is that you're working on, or whether anybody other than you would care. But again, I see a lot of people here, a lot of people showing up, wanting to help you, wanting to work with you. At least one of them wants to connect with you romantically. I think it is going to be shocking, the opportunities that you create for yourself when you put yourself out there. It's going to catch you off guard. It's going to feel like a bolt out of the blue. Fate steps in and sees you through. That's the vibe that I'm getting here. So I love this for you, Gemini. It's also making me think of the Lovers card, because the Lovers doesn't always represent a lover specifically. This card can be about just like the people that you meet unexpectedly when you're on your journey. This is also a very fortuitous card to have. Like, it is considered a very good omen when it appears in your spread. It's like you're going about your business, your day-to-day errands, and there are just people that you come into contact with, incidentally, that can be people who really change your life, or that you have like a really deep connection with, right? So be open to the people that you meet this month. Like, it's, I'm really getting that message strongly. Keep your eyes open. Like, be willing to connect with people. Be willing to talk with people, beyond just like your regular small talk that, you're barely even paying attention to. Like, ask, deeper questions. Be willing to show up as yourself this month and be brave, because I think you're going to meet some people who are really meant to be in your life, meant to be in your tribe, and are going to make you feel incredibly supported, and you are going to feel incredibly successful. I think you will surprise yourself, but you kind of just need to get out of yourself. Don't allow any negativity to take over. Try and catch yourself. Bring some awareness to your thoughts there. You may need to fake it till you make it a little bit, but do put yourself out there and keep working and pushing yourself forward, because I do think this is going to be an incredibly lucky month for you, Gemini. I'm really excited for you. If any of this applies, I'd like to get some oracle cards, animal cards. Yeah, let's take some animal cards. Animal spirits. What do we have for Gemini? Oh my God. Okay. What's that? Raccoon? And what I saw was raccoon and phoenix. So I'm going to take that. Okay. So this is cool. I feel like you're coming out of the darkness into the light. I know that's like so super general, but that's literally what this is. A raccoon is actually very artistic. It's known to be somebody who has some talent. It could be associated with like musicians, actors, writers, people who are talented, but often kind of exist in the shadows. Like somebody could be unknown at something for a very, very long time before they get their break. And you could be starting the month off sort of with this raccoon energy of like kind of feeling like you're existing in the shadows in a way, right? But then you've got this phoenix energy. This is like a spiritual card. That's why it has this shiny 0 at the top here, this shiny little circle. This is like something rising from the ashes, being transformed. And it's really echoing the vibe that I got when I pulled the Magician and the Universe card for you. It's like you've got this beginner energy and then you've got this completion energy, and it's like, hey, I'm ready for a brand new beginning. I've been through all the tests of the major arcana and I'm ready to start again. And is it a coincidence that this looks like a 0? It's not actually intended to be a 0, but that would be the number of the Fool. It's like a fresh start, but you're changed. You've been through some trials. You've learned a lot. You're wise. When you start this new thing, which I think you've already started, you have a lot to bring to it because of all the things that you've been through and because of all the difficult lessons you've had to learn. You are transformed. So if you feel like you're going through the fire in some sort of way, know that it is for the best, because there is a new you that is being born of the ashes. And that's really intense, but I freaking love it. I think it's great. I'm going to have to come up with a really good title for this reading now. I don't know what that's going to be. But listen, Gemini, this has been a really fun reading. It's been a real pleasure and honor to do this reading for you today. I hope you enjoyed it, or, if it wasn't helpful, I hope you at least found it entertaining. If you guys are celebrating any holidays this month, I hope you're being safe and being careful. I want to thank you again for joining me here. I hope to see you again on my channel really soon. Okay. Until then, all the best. Bye.